Weirdos, boils and ghouls. It's like getting old yet. Okay, so lots of drama lately. Lots of drama. People talking about other people, shit's throwing and all the rest of it. And what's come out of that drama is content creators from both sides speaking to each other with a little bit of respect. People having respect for people even if the content doesn't agree. That's a good thing. That is needed. I recently made a video on Moxley. Moxley commented, he was quite respectful about it, and you know what? We are all good. I have had communities and content creators reach out to me to make sure that with all this recent drama from that guy, everyone's showing a bit of respect, a bit of concern, a bit of care, people putting content aside to make sure that the people are good. And through all this, I have learned a thing or two, you know? I have had people like Exploring with Josh personally email me to apologise for getting things wrong about me, for putting out content about me, for putting out content that sent people the wrong message about me. And I respect that. That's personal touch. I like the personal touch, you know what I'm saying? And if you have been in any of my live streams recently, you will have realised that there is a channel that calls himself a debunker that I have a pretty strong dislike of, and other debunkers I've got a pretty strong opinion on this guy, and it's not good. Now, while I am one of the debunkers that goes more for the throat, that will say things that get me into trouble, I accept that, and I do it far less than I used to. I have learned that not everything I say for comedic effect lands as funny. I've learned from that. At the same point, I will always call Lee a tit and all the rest of it for as long as he is scamming people. I will always give Laney and Ben the little pokes of your crap, because they hurt people. They damage people's mental well-being. That doesn't sit right with me, which is why I go at the ITC channels the way I do, why I do Really Haunted, and, you know, why I pretty much... and why I dropped as many nukes on Laney and Ben as I did. While I don't always come across as the nicest person while doing it, I do it from a place of care, and I do it because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So UK saying, look it up. And a few times people have said to me, hey, this is another debunker, go and check him out. And I checked him out and I was like, I can't watch this shit. Sorry, I can't watch it. So the channel is Angry Cajun TV. And I have got a massive problem with this guy, and I've been honest about it in my live streams, because people mention it. Hey, there's this other debunker, why doesn't anyone talk about this other debunker? Now, I can't speak for every debunking channel that ignores his existence, but the guys that I have spoken to ignore him because he is a horrible person. He is disrespectful to women. He lies about his back equipment is at his... He lies about what technology is at his disposal. He lies about how that technology would work, if it could work through a laptop. He says ridiculous things like, there's this thing that I can't talk about until 2038. Why say it? Why say it? Nobody gives a shit. And then you always drop in your editor. If you're paying your editor, stop it. Edit yourself, because literally all you do is hard cuts. And you've got your Angry Cajun TV logo video effect thing. You can do that on a mobile phone quite easily. It's amazing what you can do on a mobile phone. You don't need an editor. But that's not what this is about. What this is about is Angry Cajun TV ticks every box that the outside world think of the debunkers and the debunking community. All the things we get accused of, this guy does. Every video. I have watched a few of his videos, and he calls himself a debunker. And he does this. Is this channel fake? Is that channel fake? Is that channel fake? And the ones I've watched, he never debunks a goddamn thing. He literally plays a section of the video, he pauses it, he goes, that's crap, that's fake, next clip. Where's the proof? Where is the masking? Where are you pulling this from? Where are these channels faking? But that's not enough for me to dislike somebody. That's just enough for me to be like, I ain't shouting this guy out. I never want to work with this guy. I never want to associate with this guy. He's not a debunker. He's a shit talker. And that's fair. Argue it all you want. I don't care. Because I have never seen a video where you actively debunk anything. What you do is you see a REM pod and go, they're fake. They're all fake. Every REM pod is fake. No, they're not. Are some teams using two-way radios to trigger their REM pods? Yes. Are some of them placing them directly in a doorway at the other end of a room so they make them reach the hand around and set them off? Yes, but you have not proved that. You have never done an experiment with a REM pod to see what triggers it or doesn't trigger it. You just see a REM pod and go, that's fake. You just see an EMF and go, that's fake. Now, yes, I did a video about EMFs being faked by Twin Paranormal. Well, that smartwatch lighting up, that smartwatch was triggering that EMF because when the smartwatch disappeared, the EMF stopped going off. And the twins can cry and bitch and moan about it all they want. Unlucky. That is a fact of that was what was happening there. I mean, even if we say it's not a fact, logically we look at the video, was that young lady's smartwatch setting off that EMF and then it disappeared and it didn't go off? Or did a ghost only want to touch the EMF when her watch was on? Common sense approach, But that's not what you do. You just look at equipment and go, that's shit. That's crap. Next clip. Next clip. And that pisses me off because what you're doing is what I am constantly accused of doing. You are the representation of what every person out there that doesn't like debunkers thinks we are. You have been involved in fake ghost channels. You lie about your history. All the stuff I've already listed. But then I could forgive all of that and just ignore your existence. And then I watched a couple of your videos. Like, maybe I could learn from this guy. And I've learned something from you. But I never want to be anything like you. Ever. Why is it that when you are doing a video on a female or a female-led team, you go harder than you do than at males? Why do you hate women? And don't say you don't hate women, because you clearly do. Now, I watched your videos on Amy's crypt, and I sat there and I felt sick, and I'm like, you can't talk about her like that. You can't talk about her husband like that. You're making very, very personal comments that, to all intents and purposes, would destroy a woman's self-confidence. Congratulations, because what you did in your disgusting, horrible take on Amy's crypt was upset her to the point where she was in tears. Friends of hers have reached out to me. Hey, you know what? I'm glad you spoke out about Angry Cajun on your live because he really upset Amy. And I'm like, I bet he did. I bet he did because he was vile. And then other debunkers are talking, and I'm like, why don't anyone ever shout this guy out? And everyone's like, because he's horrible. And I'm like, yeah, cool. You reduced Chris Starr to tears. Do you know that you made her really upset, that you made her self-conscious? Do you know that you did that? Do you find that funny? Because I don't. Selena Spooky Boo, another one. You have made comments about the weight, being overweight, being ugly. You've referred to one of these content creators as Miss Piggy, and all the while not debunking a damn thing. Now, I don't know what happened to your channel yesterday, but at some point, how many comments did you have to delete without any debunkers saying anything about you? And before you go on the defense with, the debunkers have sent these people over. I saw all those comments. People were screenshotting the vile comments that were being posted about you and sending them to me. I didn't recognize any of those names from my community, from Papel's community, from the Sheep's community. You have just released one too many videos where you are shit-talking females and people are pissed at you. And some of these comments are outing you for what you really are. Things like when you say you're a bounty hunter and people are like, you ain't a bounty hunter. You drive a tow truck. That was my attempt at an accent. I don't even know which accent it was, but it was some sort of American. This grand piece of equipment that you have that can decipher what has been layered into a video, fake, staged, deep faked, and all, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And you certainly wouldn't know how to use it, considering you have to get an editor just to do hard cuts and a little posting of your animated logo. You are the physical embodiment of what all of our naysayers and all of our haters think we do. You're that guy. And I can't speak for everyone else in the community, but you are not a debunker. To me, you are not welcome in the debunking community, and you probably know you're not, because not one of us has ever shouted you out. Who the hell are you to make such personal attacks on women? Why are you so cowardly that you say that about women? that you will attack a woman more than you will attack a man. Why you will see such hurtful, horrible comments specifically to females. Look at my channel, look at my thumbnails. Tell me how many female-led channels I have gone at. What's that? Hardly any? Right. Do you know why? Because I'm very careful about how I speak to females. Why? Because they're a little bit, for the most part, they are easier to upset. They are more self-conscious than males, etc. And by you, while you like taking the piss out of people and picking out personal flaws in people, you can see these red patches all over my head. I have psoriasis, so if you want to pick at that, please do. You make up for a lack of debunking skills and critical analysis skills with toxicity. You are everything that we are accused of being and none of us want to be. You're the debunkless debunker. You're like a magician that doesn't know how to do magic tricks. Your existence on this platform, from the outside looking in, looks solely to be fucking horrible to people. And yes, I have said some horrible things about people, but those people have done some pretty shitty, horrible things for me to get to that point. But, you know, do I enjoy Selena Spooky Boo videos? Not really. I've only ever seen it featured on your channel and on the Side Eye Guys channel. It's not the content that I would absorb and enjoy, so I tend not to say shit about it. Do I enjoy Chris Starr's videos? I don't know. I've never watched one. But I certainly don't like watching you make comments to the point that you have reduced her to tears. Do I watch and enjoy Amy's Crypt? As a matter of fact, yes I do. I quite enjoy Amy's Crypt. They have investigated some places in the UK that I have been to. While I don't agree, or while I don't believe in a lot of the gizmos, gadgets, apps, this, that, the other, they are trying something different. They are creating their own tools for the paranormal. And while I might not believe in all of the stuff, I'm cool with people thinking outside the box, trying to create things, programming stuff, a bit of effort. I can't comment too much on the other two ladies that you have upset and ridiculed and mocked, because I don't know enough about them because I haven't watched them. But the way you went at Amy's Crypt, or the way you have gone at Amy's Crypt, I don't understand it. She comes across as a really nice, really soft person. Jared, her husband, comes across as a really nice, really soft person. Very nice people, a lovely couple. The type of couple you could go on an investigation with and be like, yeah, I don't think that phone app works the way they think it does, but you know, they were nice people. I had fun. That was wholesome. I enjoyed myself. And you have to dilute that down into comments about the looks, about the mannerisms, and reduce them to tears. And you have pissed off a lot of people with your actions. The debunkers are like, we don't associate with this guy. So, Bayou, if I can give you one single piece of advice, and it's not delete your channel like people are thinking I'm going to say because I'm funny. The advice is, first and foremost, apologise to Amy, apologise to Chris, and apologise to Selena Spooky Boo. Your personal comments are unwarranted. These people are not, you know, scamming. They're not, whether you agree with their content or not, these people are not horrible people. They are not doing horrible things to people. They're not being disrespectful to graves. They are not doing ITC spirit boxes to somebody that's been dead for a couple of seconds. So apologise to them. There is no need for you to have behaved the way you have and to call them out the way you have. It is unwarranted. And then look at your channel going down the line. If you take out your narcissistic, nasty, horrible, disgusting nature to women and content creators, what is left for you to put out there? Because you don't actually debunk shit, do you? You don't actually tell any truths or add anything of any value to the debunking community. In fact, you just make us look awful. So to everyone that has watched one of Angry Cajun's videos and thought, that's how debunkers behave. We don't. I am sorry on behalf of the entire debunking community that people have mistaken this piece of shit for a debunker. He's not. This guy is literally just critiquing channels by being toxic and horrible. And, hey, listen, Bayou, I don't like you. I don't like your content. I don't like anything that you do, Bayou, because you take the piss and you make these comments without any provocation. Nobody has provoked you into being that angry, that horrible. I get provoked, I fire back. You literally look at videos, you look for personal flaws, and you shout next clip because that's fake without proving a goddamn thing. Now, are all your videos like that? I don't know, because I cannot stomach you after watching what you did to Amy. The Amy's Crypt video is the only one of your videos I watched beginning to end. And I'm just like, genuinely, I had to go and have a shower after it to get the ick off me that I felt from the way you belittled that couple. You can disagree with content all you want, but don't ever go at somebody that hard again on their appearance and on their mannerisms. And that being said, I don't wish any harm on Angry Cajun. I don't want any of you going over there and giving him hate. I don't want you going over there at all. Don't give him the views because he doesn't deserve them. And leaving comments calling him a piece of shit and all the rest, all that's going to do is push him up through the algorithm, and then more people are going to watch him, and more people are going to think that that is how the debunking community behave, and that we don't. And also take into account that he was renowned for running around with a very well-known fake team claiming it was all legitimate. So guys, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't behave like him. Don't do it. There are plenty of things that I could have picked up on this guy. There are plenty of things I could have taken the piss and mocked as a form of seeing how you like it, and I haven't done that. I had to put this video out because I do not want anyone on any side of the paranormal fence to think that I will associate with somebody that behaves in this manner. It's disgusting. It is nothing I want any part of. I do not want to be associated with him. I don't want this guy in the debunking community. Now, I can't control the debunking community at large, but I can control this little portion of it. Angry Cajun will never be welcome into this channel and into this side of the community. Not by me. Ever. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other content creators feel the exact same way. You are promoting all of the negativity that people feel about debunkers, and we don't need it. Much love to you all. I need a positive video now. Beardo out.